Hi, Cris. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Thank you, Amy.
What does this moment mean for you, being able to return from boxing, show that you still have it at this huge event? What did it mean for you?
You know, we already been prepared. Supposed to be fight cat to cat, but the moment the time it was not working. But we did some boxing fight, and it will help me improve my game, learn more about boxing, training more. I'm really happy to be at the history event, Bellator 300. I feel very thankful to be here.
What did the two of you say to each other afterwards? It looked like there might have been a little bit of confusion or confrontation after.
Usually I really don't hate my opponents. Nothing feeling hard times, nothing. I would just say thank you for her for accepting the fight to fight each other. And then she said, I don't want to be your friend. She was saying like something like this. I was a stalker, something like this. The reality is to start this. She started speaking bad things about me, and then I don't know the reason. She tried turning this a personal. I don't have anything against Cat Zingano. I always promote her the nice way. She's the girl beat Amanda Nunes. She's the girl beat Miesha Tate. She's a huge name in the sport. And I'm going to continue that. I'm not going to change what I think about her. Doesn't matter what's happened tonight.
There's a lot of talk about what the future of Bellator may be. It could, maybe be sold to PFL, could go under completely. What do you think is going to happen? What would you like to see? Would you like to fight for PFL? What's kind of on your heart there?
At this moment in my career, I want to do the biggest fights, in my career. If you're going to be where I'm at, if it be another place, but I love Bellator. I love to work with Scott Coker, and I feel blessed to be part of this event. I know it's a huge show, but I'm happy. I know, and let's see what's going to happen, but I want to do the biggest fights for my fans.
You could potentially make history again, having a 5th title and a 5th promotion. Would that be something that's on your bucket list?
I didn't think about it, maybe. It's going to be great. I'm going to be happy.
And last question, what do you think of the matchup with Leah McCourt?
I believe she's the next challenger. She's getting the winners the fight. Was a great match against today. She's the wrestler, Olympic wrestler, Sarah, and she did it great. She got the victory. She deserved fight for the title.
Cris, congratulations on the win. Did you expect the fight to play out that quickly? I know you felt like you were going to beat Cat Zingano, but did you, going in, did you feel like it would be a quick finish like that?
I didn't know it was going to be quick. I never trained for finish the fight soon. Happened, feel very blessed about it, but usually we train for the 5 rounds. I know a lot of people don't know, but I got sick and I stayed 2 weeks almost in the bed, cannot train. And I was watching the fights, the training, the Cat Zingano, everything. But I feel like I train everything. We did the camp for 12 weeks, and I got sick. I stayed 2 weeks and not able to train, right? And I was thinking about we're going to continue fight or not fight. But, we did all the exams. I feel great, and I feel very blessed the opportunity to be fighting here in 300. We think about maybe not, but I said, no, it's special. We have to make. And, much respect for Cat. I know she was a danger fighter, and she's really a lot of heart.
How close were you to pulling out of the fight? You said you were really sick. Was there like that conversation of maybe having to withdraw?
After I did my media day, my gym, I was feel very sick, and then I got a fever, and then I was really be able to, and then I figured out I did a blood test, I have COVID. And then I will stay in the bed, not able to train, and I have to lose weight. And I was thinking about, but for the training, I watch all the training. I say, man, I did everything. We did the 12 weeks training, and that was my last boxing. I already training for Southpaw, so we already been working. So I just praise, I praise and worship God and wait.
Antonio McKee was in your corner. I know you've been working with him for the last little bit. How important has he been in your camps, especially on the MMA side of things?
I love Coach McKee, not just about coach, but who's the person he is. He's always happy. He's very give good energy. He's love God too. So I love to be part of the team, Body Shop, AJ, every single person over there. Then my team, my house, and I'm really happy having him on my side.
If you could pick, would you rather have a boxing fight next or have a mixed martial arts fight?
I don't know. I think next I'm going to be defending the title again. But for sure, if I have the opportunity, I'd like to do one box fight.
And just last one for me. Did you see Leah's fight against Sarah McMahon tonight? Did you see the highlight? If so, what did you think of her performance?
I didn't have so much opportunity. It was so crazy today. Yeah. I arrived in the arena in their fight. So it was like I had fight the title, the Liz Carmouche. So I didn't see anything.
Okay, there you go.
But I will. For sure.
Hey, Cris, back here.
Sorry, my voice, guys. I screamed too much yesterday. Hey.
Hey, Cris, K. Williams for Can Chronicles Media. I want to talk about your faith for one moment. You wear it on your sleeve. You're very outspoken. How do you feel that your faith has played an important role in your success in your MMA career?
I think everything happened in my career was come by faith. Like the one thing I never want to be a fighter. It was not my dream. Not my dream. I want to play handball, finish my high school and finish my college, and I have a normal life. And then somebody show up in my university say, I think you can be a great fighter. I look at him, I don't like fight. And then after I start training, I start fighting, I get my first title, Strike Force, and then couple years, I born again, I accepted Jesus as my savior. And then what's happening when I went to the church to do my testimony, that guy saw me play handball. He's from that church. So if God don't send somebody telling me you can be a great fighter, I was never going to be here today. I was not going to make anything. So I use this opportunity to share my faith for overcome people, everything people is going on in their lives. And you have to have hope. You have to believe for sure having God on top of us. And that's it. And He's changed my life. And I want to change people's life around me.
Congratulations, Cris. Great victory. You put on a show, and the crowd loved it as well. Tonight, obviously, all of you guys on the main card, except the main event, you guys wore gold gloves. Was that something that intrigued you? Was that a cool part of this fight for you?
It was really nice. We did the photo shoot with the belt, match, everything. It's a special glove, it's a special night. It's really cool. We're going to be a history day, and we signed a lot of pictures for a lot of gloves for the 300. Really cool to be part of this.
Awesome. And I ran into a teammate, I believe, in Dione Barbosa in the hotel yesterday. I'm wondering what you have to say about her. Obviously, she's an up-and-comer, still has a lot of time left in the game, just got to her highest point. What do you have to say about her?
Dione Barbosa has been part of my camps for going to be almost 2 years. She came from Brazil looking for one dream, want to be a fighter. When she's arrived in America, she don't have a place to stay. Somebody say she can stay in her house in 1 week. Okay, she helped me train, okay. And I started learning about her. She's a really good, hard work, discipline. She started judo when she's really little young. And she said, I want to be a fighter. And she started training. And they come to America with her dream. No speak any English. Just reminds me when I come to America. And it's nice to have her part of my family with us and signing with, FC, big organization. It was her dream. So I'm happy to be part of this.
So with this being your first fight back after boxing, what was the difference between training for boxing and training for MMA?
I think, people are going to get mad for me, but boxing is a little bit easier for my body because I train jiu-jitsu, I have to train wrestling, I have to train Muay Thai, and I have fun training only boxing, really. I love strike. But the challenge is different because boxing is just more as footwork, everything. But every single movement you do, they know what you do. Like sometimes you move, the MMA can be a kick, can be taken down. So it was really good for improving my game. I trained a little bit. I think a couple fights with Virgil Ortiz, and I went to the team in the Benavides. And it really improved my game, and I learned a lot.
So after boxing, how did that change your approach coming into the octagon?
Everybody knows I love finishing the fight by hand. And every place I train, they say, Cris, you have to have hands. And then, the small gloves is different. So really, just improve my game. Before I'm more wild, I can tell you I'm getting better. I know I'm getting more experience, but I'm getting better, more calm, and to see the opportunity to finish the fight than before. This has helped me a lot.
All the champions were in the cage together at the end there. Was there anything said between you, Usman, and Liz? And how did it feel to have that confetti come raining down on you?
Sorry, I don't got it. Sorry.
So there was a moment in there when you, Usman, and Liz took a picture. How was it? And did you talk to any of the champions? How was it to have that confetti come rain down?
I say congratulations, Usman, to the win, and then for Liz too. I was with her when she got the title in Hawaii. It's really cool. She's a legend too in the sport and pioneer in the sport for a long time, and it's really cool to have her in the cage.
So you said big fights are the only thing that really interests you now. Larissa Pacheco is the lightweight champion over in the PFL. That's a fight that's kind of been going around a bit on Twitter. Is that a fight that interests you, and do you know who Larissa is?
I didn't say only interested in the big fights, but I would like to make more big fights. And who's supposed to be in the list? If it be Pacheco or Kayla or next would be in the line, for sure I'm going to prepare, and I already have there in my minds.
Cris, congrats on another title defense tonight. Dominant is an understatement when we're talking about this
Thank you.
performance. What was your mentality going into this training camp and leading up to fight week?
You know, we prepare for everything. You know, grappling, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. I know people say, Cris, your finish fight more strike. But now it's going to be like 18 years. You know, I got my black belt. I like throw people on the floor, but I like to finish in by hands. So, but we work a lot of submission. I got my black belt. So I feel like complete athlete in the ground and strike and stand up. And now I start learning how was the better situation, the fight. We can finish, or you can do the 5 rounds, but you can keep doing.
Now, you've really beaten everybody that the Bellator has put in front of you. Next up, it looks like it's going to be Leah McCourt. If it were up to you, where would you want this fight to take place?
Where?
Where would you want the fight with Leah to take place?
What I mean?
If it were up to you.
Our city. I asked for being in Japan. It's gonna be one of my dream. You know, I came from shoot the box, so I have a lot of big stars that fight there in Japan. And the beginner, they don't have a girls fight there. And I always say I would like to fight in Japan. They say don't have girls over there, don't have girls over there. And they then start building sport and have girls over there. And I'm really happy, and I would like to be there. But you know, Scott, who's gonna be the choose the place? I'm okay.
And last one from me. What is your post-fight meal going to be tonight?
I'm going to be at the lobby at the hotel and enjoy with my family, friends, and that's it. Easy one.
Hey, Cris, right here. Congrats on the big win. You're very intense in these fight weeks and these face-offs and these weigh-ins, but you seem very calm, cool, calm, and collected ahead of these fights. How do your nerves compare now compared to how they were earlier on in your career?
I feel like before I work more emotion, I'm more, and then now I can control the emotion. I can go over there cold, even if I, have a little more less emotion. The reality, I think this last fight, I know I get a lot of in the wins because I have a hard time for finish the camp because I got sick. I have to lose weight, and it was really like I made it. I'm here, and then I'm ready for tomorrow. Like it was.
And I asked Liz a similar question, but when you look back at this Bellator tenure, your stint under the Bellator banner, it's basically perfect, essentially a perfect run in Bellator. What types of emotions, what types of thoughts come to your mind when you think about this run you've had in Bellator?
About belt?
Yeah, Bellator. Like when you think of your career in Bellator, in this promotion, what kind of emotions and thoughts come to your head?
They always say like the good son, good daughter come back home. And then Scott Coker was the promoter that gave it the opportunity for me when I fight Gina Carano in Strike Force. He was believing in the women's MMA. And when I signed with Bellator, I worked with Scott Coker. For me, it was like the daughter come back to home, and I feel home. A lot of people working in Bellator, they work with me in the Strike Force when I was like 21. So now it's really nice back to here and the fight here. Every single face I know then from there, and they make me really thankful. Welcome.
Cris, right here. As you did just now, you speak so glowingly of Bellator and you speak so glowingly of Scott Coker. If this promotion ceased to exist, either by being merged with another one or if it went away completely, would you be disappointed? How would you feel about that?
I live the moment. Everything is a plan of God. If it's gonna be a plan, don't have anymore, I'm gonna continue training and fighting for the opportunity. If Bellator or Scott know me here, I'm gonna continue to be thankful for them. They're gonna be raised. I defended my title 5 times. With them is going to continue and be the history, and I'm going to continue be thankful I talk about them for sure.
What specifically, what's been different for you in Bellator compared to the time that you were with the UFC? What's been better for you? What's worked out better for you? What can you speak to in that regard?
I think the first immature. Maybe I mature better. I have hard times there for sure. Like you don't need to love the person you work, but if you love the person you work, it's better. But you know, I'm really. This is already in the past. You know, I don't change anything in my life now. It just make me grow, making me like talk to young fighters, something my experience about, and that's it.
And last question for me is, at this stage of your career, Cris, you've accomplished everything, you've done everything. What do you have left to prove? Like, why stay in the fight game and continue to keep going on?
You know, I love my job. I think the opportunity to be the champion, the opportunity to be fighting, is the opportunity to share my faith and then help with my legacy. Okay, my legacy is not just to hold 4 titles, but to go in the place I'm going, doing missionary work, help people. This is the legacy I want to leave. Welcome.
Hi, Cris.
Hi.
It's been 10 years since women's MMA really blew up in the mainstream. And I wondered, a decade on, how do you feel about the current state of women's MMA?
First, it make me a little bit old. Everybody look at me and say, everybody talk like I see a lot of people retire than people before me, and I say maybe I'm in the next in the line, but I feel great. I train, I feel great. But for me, make me really happy because my goal was never just I be the champion and nobody gonna get anything I did. No, I want to open the door for women's MMA. I was fighting for having my division because I don't have it before. Because I want to discontinue. I want the women's MMA continue. I want to be coming girls young and make it better than me, but the sport to grow more and more. This is because I came to the sport. I want to show the girls can fight like a guys. When the people say, I'm gonna be girls fight, gonna be good. No, and now you see the family getting together for see the women's MMA fighting. This makes me really happy and excited to see the young girls.
Hi, Cris. First of all, congratulations. You're a bona fide legend of the sport, and a lot of people think you're the greatest female fighter of all time. At this point in your career, when you keep on winning and winning and winning belts, do you think your greatness is taken for granted?
I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest, but I live the fans say that. I think I'm doing my best, and the word is gonna stay in the history in the future. The fans and the people gonna know about Cris Cyborg. Don't know this girl, she did a lot. So but for me, I just keep humble and keep work hard, and that's it.
Hi, Cris. If you're able to fight in Japan, would you prefer to fight in a ring with Japanese roll sets, which include kicks to down the opponent, or do you want everything the same as it is here?
If you have the opportunity, it can be anywhere. Ring, cage, anywhere. Be ready. Be ready. Beginning, when I start training, I was training the rules for when the people shoot the box training, but can be ring too, no problem.